You know those mornings when the world outside is just gray? That was today. The sky was a thick blanket of clouds, and the sunlight seemed to have taken the day off. Everything looked a little quieter, a little softer, as if the world was holding its breath. I peeked through the blinds, rain pouring, sky heavy. Plans for a sunny walk instantly washed away. The streets glistened with puddles, and the sound of raindrops drumming on the glass filled the room. It was the kind of rain that made you want to stay curled up inside, wrapped in a blanket. For a moment, I felt disappointed. I had been looking forward to getting outside, breathing in the fresh air, and feeling the sun on my face. Now, it seemed like the day was ruined before it even began. But then, listening to the rain's rhythm, something shifted. The gentle tapping on the window was oddly soothing, like a lullaby for grown-ups. I realized the rain was inviting me to slow down and notice the little things. The steady pitter-patter on the roof, the wind in the trees. It was like the day was playing its own song. Each drop seemed to have its own rhythm, its own story, and together they created a melody that filled the house. Why let a little rain ruin my mood? Maybe, I thought, this was a chance to see things differently. Maybe the rain was a reminder to embrace whatever the day brings. I decided not to hide from it, but to meet it head-on. Instead of letting the weather dictate my day, I could choose how I wanted to feel. I dug out my favorite umbrella, a big, bright yellow one, like my own circle of sunshine. Just holding it made me smile, as if I was carrying a little bit of summer with me. Slipped on my red rain boots, grabbed a jacket, and felt like a kid on a secret mission. There was something playful about gearing up for the rain, like I was preparing for an adventure only I knew about. Mission: discover what adventure a rainy day could hold. I wondered what surprises might be waiting just outside my door. With my yellow umbrella in hand, I opened the door. The sound of the rain grew louder, and the cool air rushed in, waking me up completely. The air was cool, fresh, and alive, the world getting a much-needed drink. The plants looked greener, the earth smelled richer, and everything seemed to sparkle under the rain. The rain sound was louder, a full-on concert. It was impossible not to feel energized by the rhythm and the sheer force of nature all around me. Instead of gloom, I felt a spark of excitement. The rain wasn't just falling, it was inviting me to play, to explore, to see the world in a new way. My ordinary Tuesday was suddenly full of possibility. The rain had turned the familiar into something magical, and I was ready to discover it. I popped open my umbrella, stepped into the downpour, and my rainy day adventure began. Each step felt lighter, as if the rain was washing away my worries. Sometimes all it takes is a little shift in attitude. A rainy day doesn't have to mean disappointment. It can be the start of something unexpected and wonderful. The rain wasn't an obstacle, it was an invitation. And today, I decided to accept it, letting the rain lead me into a day full of new adventures and simple joys. Stepping outside felt like entering a new city. The rain transformed everything. A glossy black mirror on the pavement, neon signs reflected everywhere. Every surface shimmered colors deeper and richer. The city's usual chaos was replaced by a peaceful hush. Even the trees and bricks seemed to glow. I stood under my umbrella, slowly turning, seeing my neighborhood with new eyes. The rain made the city feel intimate, almost secret. Fewer people, but a sense of camaraderie, a nod, a smile, like we were all in the Rainy Day Explorers Club. My boots splashed a steady rhythm as I walked. The world felt softer, edges blurred by mist, sounds muffled and calm. I watched a robin pull a worm from the wet earth, unbothered by the drizzle. The rain didn't wash away life. It revealed a quieter, more beautiful side of it. Rainy days aren't quiet. They're a symphony. The rain on my umbrella was a gentle drum roll, shifting with the wind. Water gurgled in storm drains. Cars hissed by. Rain pinged on metal awnings. Every sound layered together, musical and immersive. And the smells, petrichor, that earthy, clean scent, filled the air. Passing the community garden, I caught the fragrance of wet mint and lavender. The air was cool, heavy with moisture, a fine mist brushing my cheeks. It was refreshing, not cold. The sounds, smells, and feel of the rain made the walk immersive. I wasn't just observing the day, I was part of it. The rain's rhythm pulled me in. Sometimes you just have to stop and listen. The world is alive, even in the rain. My umbrella was the MVP of this adventure, always ready to shield me from whatever the sky decided to throw my way. More than just a tool, it became my partner, my little mobile shelter, faithfully by my side as I wandered through the rain-soaked streets. The sound of rain drumming on the yellow fabric was oddly comforting, like a gentle lullaby reminding me I was safe and dry in the middle of the storm. It let me enjoy the beauty of the rain without worrying about getting soaked, turning a dreary day into something magical. At one point, I spun around on an empty sidewalk, water droplets flying everywhere. A little movie moment I'll never forget, feeling free and alive. My umbrella turned what could have been an inconvenience into pure joy, making even the heaviest downpour feel like an adventure. I even shared it with an elderly woman struggling with her groceries. Her grateful smile warmed my heart and made my day brighter. It wasn't just for me, it became a tool for kindness, a way to connect with others and offer a little comfort in the rain. In a world of gray and drizzle, my yellow umbrella stood out, a bold statement of optimism and hope, brightening up the cityscape. People smiled as I passed, maybe catching a bit of that cheer for themselves, and for a moment, the rain didn't seem so gloomy. Without it, I'd be running for cover like everyone else, missing out on the simple joys hidden in a rainy day. With it, I felt like an explorer, confidently navigating the wet streets, discovering new corners of the city I might have otherwise missed. Sometimes all you need is a bright spot like a cheerful yellow umbrella to change your whole outlook and turn a rainy day into something unforgettable. Music is always with me, and today was no exception. I made a rainy day playlist, mellow, acoustic, reflective. The music blended with the rain, creating a personal soundtrack. Watching raindrops on a spiderweb, the right song made the moment magical. Upbeat tunes turned my walk into a dance, boots splashing in rhythm. I paused on a covered bench, humming along, tapping out a beat with the rain. The music and the storm became one. It made me feel like the main character in my own story. Every sight and sound was underscored by the perfect melody. Music turned an ordinary walk into an unforgettable memory. The right soundtrack can make any day feel special. No adventure is complete without surprises. Sometimes the most memorable moments are the ones you never see coming, especially when the sky is gray and the rain is pouring down. First, a giant puddle blocked my path. Instead of turning back, I jumped in. Splash! Pure fun. The cold water soaked my boots, but I couldn't help but laugh at the simple joy of it. Sometimes, you just have to embrace the mess. Then, a golden retriever bounded over, tennis ball in tow. We played fetch in the rain, his joy contagious. His fur was soaked, but his tail wagged with unstoppable excitement, reminding me how happiness can be found in the smallest things. A sudden gust nearly flipped my umbrella. I wrestled it back, heart pounding, exhilarated. The wind howled, and for a moment, I felt like I was in a wild dance with the storm itself. Nature's power reminded me I was alive. The sound of rain on the leaves and the fresh scent in the air made everything feel new and vibrant. I stumbled on a little free library, tucked dry under a tree. It felt like a secret shelter, a tiny haven from the storm. Swapped my paperback for a book of poetry, a quiet connection with a stranger. The words inside promised warmth and inspiration for the rest of my rainy walk. Each moment, the puddle jump, the playful dog, the wind battle, the book exchange, became a treasure. These little adventures stitched together a story I'd never forget. Rainy days are full of unexpected magic. If you let yourself get caught up in the moment, you'll find joy where you least expect it. Sometimes, the best memories are the ones you never planned. Laughter shared under an umbrella can turn a stormy day into something beautiful. The rain brought out the kid in me. I spun around, arms wide, feeling free and alive, just like when I was little. Adventure is everywhere if you're open to it. Even a walk in the rain can become a journey full of wonder and discovery. Even on a gray day, surprises await. All you have to do is step outside and let the world surprise you. Heading home, new book in hand, I felt transformed. The gloom was gone, replaced by a warm, happy glow. The city wasn't dreary, it was alive with secret beauty. Rain used to mean canceled plans. Now it's an invitation to slow down and see the world differently. The rain didn't ruin my day, it made it unforgettable. Adventure doesn't require far-off places. Sometimes it's right outside your door. All it takes is a shift in attitude and maybe a sturdy umbrella. Now, when I see rain, I smile, thinking of the music, the puddles, and the magic. I don't see a day to endure, but a day full of potential. My rain boots and yellow umbrella are ready for the next adventure.